Let's talk about the Pussycat Dolls. So the Pussycat Dolls, well, at least 3 of them, showed up over what was it, last week? I think it was Friday or whatever the case was. They went on a talk show. I think it was, what was it, Today? The Today Show or whatever. No, it was oh yeah, because they do like a city concert series sponsored by City, I don't want to say City Field, Citibank. So they basically popped up over there on Today, the 3rd hour, because they gotta let you know what hour it was. Okay, it was Friday, March 20th. And Nicole Scherzinger, Kimberly Wyatt, and Ashley Roberts showed up, and they announced that they were going to be coming back as a trio throughout America, Europe, and the UK. So they finally decided to go and sit down and, I guess, promote the tour and all this other stuff. And you would think one of the very first questions that you knew was going to come up was, so what's going on with the change up, the lineup? Why is only 3 of you? Whenever we saw the Pussycat Dolls, y'all were pretty much like a K-pop group. Before we even knew what K-pop was, you had 6 members. Yeah, we knew about all the drama and stuff that was going on up in the group, but there was a bunch of y'all, and now I'm only looking at half the group. What's it giving? And what had happened was Nicole's brain decided to malfunction while she was being asked the question. But because I got to pull up the video, but I may have to do a little trickery because I don't know. NBC, y'all like to play in my face when it comes to the stuff. So I think y'all can hear it, but I won't be able to show it to y'all. So yeah, her brain started to malfunction, and Kimberly had to basically come in and save the day because Nicole couldn't say why the girls wasn't coming back. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna play this clip, and then we're gonna come back and talk.
Proudly sponsored by Citi.
Oh, welcome back. That song that you are hearing on this Friday morning is the newest single by the legendary girl group, the Pussycat Dolls. It's called Club Song.
You know, the band skyrocketed to fame 2 decades ago with iconic hits like Don't Ya and Buttons, and they went on to earn a Grammy nomination for their song, Stick With You.
Now, after a 6-year hiatus, the ladies are back, this time as a trio, and they're celebrating new music, plus going out on tour, and they're making a reunion stop right here on Today. Kimberly Wyatt, Nicole Scherzinger, and Ashley Roberts. Good morning, ladies.
Hi. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Y'all can hear it, right?
What's it like? Getting the band back together.
It feels epic. I can't believe it's been 20 years.
Right?
But to be able to link up at this point in our lives, feeling nice and grounded, ready to sort of set out on this new adventure together, it's just amazing.
And actually, the last time you performed together was 2020. So here we are in 2026. You get the call. Let's do this reunion. And I mean, does it make you nervous? Are you excited? How do you feel?
Everything.
Everything all wrapped up in one, but I mean, we're women now, right? We're 40 and fabulous, excited to get back on that stage, share that energy with the fans, perform our songs that everybody knows and loves, plus some new things we've got going on, and I'm just excited. Like as I said, being a woman, putting the outfit back on, being our superhero selves.
To be able to reclaim the Pussycat Doll within us in this era in our life as the women that we have evolved to become and are still becoming is super exciting and empowering.
Yes.
The Pussycat Doll within.
I love that.
Like a superhero.
So what does the prep look like for going out on a big tour? Are we doing like intense workouts? What's that look like?
A lot of stretching.
Yeah.
A lot of warm-ups. I didn't need to warm up so much. We gotta warm up extra now. No, but it's exciting. We've been throwing around ideas. I mean, 2 decades we've known each other. So we've got so much love, so many creative ideas that we can't wait to throw at this tour, something to reconnect with the old fans, but give something for the new generation and new fans.
As you probably know, some former members of the Pussycat Dolls, they made some headlines recently after they found out that you guys were coming back as a trio, not as the original group. How did you arrive at that decision?
Well, I mean, listen, we are so, as women today,
I mean, it has been an ever-changing lineup, and you know, this is what it looks like now.
The brain malfunction.
2026, you never know what comes next, and I think ultimately we've got to protect our peace. And when something like the Pussycat Dolls has so much history, we have ruptured in the past, and right now we are repairing, and we're sort of on the same page with that.
but what I wanted to say was that we have so much love and respect for all of the women that have been part of the PCD legacy, and once a doll, always a doll.
Yeah. And a couple of names that we know now opened for you guys back in the day. I think about, like Lady Gaga and Rihanna. I mean, isn't it wild to think like who they are now, that you guys worked together back in the day?
Yeah, Rihanna. I mean, I remember SOS. And we're like, yeah, we like this too. She's gonna do all right. Miss Gaga and her bubble outfit on the piano, just banging it. We're like,
her feather lashes.
Yeah. I mean, how grateful are we though that we got to share the stage with these people? And then exactly. And then in the States, we supported Black Eyed Peas, Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears. Like, it's amazing.
A lot of artists on.
All right, so I think y'all got enough of the tea regarding that situation. I was like, hold on, because I'm gonna make sure that now I can bring it back, and now we can get into the convo in regard to that. So I had to, I got to jump through hoops and pull little stunts and things up in here because they like to demonetize. So if I play the audio and y'all don't see the video, then we can get around it. So, with all that being said, I know that pissed a lot of people off, especially what Kimberly Wyatt said, we need to protect our peace and all this other stuff. I was like, well, what peace you talking about? You saying that it was problematic with the other girls. I mean, we know that Carnede has come out and said some things. Jessica Sutton, I believe, is a freaking bigot now, and she's a Trump supporter. Then you have Melody Thornton, who I believe, from what I'm hearing, they did ask her to come back and she declined. There's been a lot of things, and Nicole and Melody didn't really get along. They were always over here fighting over vocal time and all this other stuff, and Nicole was made out to be the superstar. But it was like, yeah, it was funny watching her malfunction. She was like, what I wanted to say, girl, you didn't even you couldn't even collect your thoughts, which is why Kimberly had to come in and try to save your ass. But it gave you a moment to collect your thoughts. So, I want to read what some of the people is saying over in the comments on YouTube. One said Nicole got majorly choked with the trio question. Another person said the first time Nicole has ever been happy to let another doll take the lead. Ooh, y'all are shady. Kimberly came and saved the day. Nicole's soul left the body for 20 seconds. Another person said Kim has excellent communication skills. She speaks so clearly and confidently. Another person said they really thought the elephant was just going to chill in the room without getting addressed. Another person said at 2:38, listen, we are so as women today. Another person said Kimberly did a nice save for Nicole. Even though Nicole is a lead singer, Kim should definitely be the leader. She is the one that knows how to communicate the best between everyone and knows how to handle difficult situations. Well, I'm sorry, but Nicole, girl, you've been in this industry for over 2 decades. You should have been able to have media training by now and know how to navigate really difficult questions when it comes down to it. Because for as long as PCD has been a thing, this whole entire group has been shrouded in controversy. And so, with the fact that you were saying you sang all the parts, you did all the heavy lifting, but it was you and the shady ass entertainment industry, which I was doing behind the scenes, is why there was all of this infighting and so much drama and so much of this other stuff going around. I don't know if you was as innocent as you trying to come across when you was doing it behind the music and all the interviews that you've done over the years. Pretty girl, very talented, great voice. And yes, I did see somebody said in one of the comments that Blacklist, I thought Nicole was on Broadway. Yeah, she was. She's done. She's done with Sunset Boulevard. And so now she wants to come back and doing the pop thing. I did hear that the word on the street is they want to turn Sunset Boulevard into a movie, even though it's already been a movie. But because of the success of the Broadway play, they want to look back on making it a movie and have Nicole in it. So she's not doing anything right now on Broadway. She wrapped that up, I think, last year when she was done. So now they want to come out and do the pop thing. Now the question remains, with all this drama surrounding the girls, are y'all interested in wanting to see them live? I mean, is anybody out here really thinking about the Pussycat Dolls and want to see them actually out here performing Don't Ya and Buttons and Stick With You and all these other hits? I mean, it might be cute. I definitely feel like what they should have did was release a song and a video, get the feelers out there, see if people are remotely interested in Pussycat Dolls as a trio. My thing is this, I'm not bothered by them being a trio because I understand what Pussycat Dolls was supposed to be. The fact of the matter was the people behind the scenes and the people that put this whole thing together have just not been honest with the audience in regards of what they wanted the Pussycat Dolls to be. They wanted a sole female singer, and that would be Nicole Scherzinger. Because remember, when we first came across Pussycat Dolls, it was one girl that would come in and sing, and that would be the Gwen Stefani or Christina, Brittany, whatever. They would come in and do, they would be the sole focal point. And then you had the burlesque girls behind you. They wanted to create a pop star version of that. Yeah, they wanted to come in and be like, oh, we'll try to make it like a Benetton ad. We got a white girl, a black girl, a Polynesian girl. We got all these different girls that's up in here where you want to show different things. But of course, the industry is racist, full of racists and bigots and idiots. A lot of horrible fucking people working in the music business. And so, of course, when it comes to girl groups, y'all want to have that infighting and all that drama and all that other stuff coming up in there. And instead of just these girls want to come in and live their dreams. So you have her going up in the studio recording a full-fledged album and then passing it off as the Pussycat Dolls, because Nicole's out here thinking she's going to be a solo artist. But quiet as it's kept, y'all didn't care about her solo music. Y'all wasn't out here listening to What You Like, and I think that was the name of the song, and Her Name Is Nicole. That whole album, what happened to that? That album disappeared. You can't even find that on Apple Music. So Nicole wanted to be the solo star. Y'all didn't care about her because she's too pretty. I guess she's too perfect and she lacks a personality. And clearly in this interview, you definitely could see pretty girl, dead behind them eyes. No personality there. So it'll be interesting to see how this tour goes. Like I said, I don't mind 3 girls being up there as long as y'all got a bunch of backup dancers. Because Kimberly is a dancer. Ashley is a dancer. Not necessarily singers. They can do a little, they can do that in the mic. But you ain't got to do all the heavy lifting. They'll have Nicole and they'll just do like what a lot of the artists doing. Instead of hiring background singers, they just have all the harmonies and everything stacked and done. So by the time they go on tour, they'll basically just have all of that playing in the background. And y'all have the inner ear in, and y'all just have to go and be on cue with everything and on beat. So we'll see how the tour goes, because it definitely seems like the Europeans are here for the tour. I don't know necessarily if the American fans care, but definitely let me know. But before we get up out of here, there was another thing I want to get into. So there was a story that came out, an old story regarding Britney Spears on the set of When I Grow Up doing, the music video. So PCD, well, the 3 that's left, went on Sirius XM's Page 6 radio and revealed what had happened with the whole Britney thing, because Britney was supposed to make a cameo in the video. They said, they addressed, Lawrence said in the room that Britney was supposed to make a cameo in the video. They said, when we turn and we wave, it was going to be Britney we were waving to, Wyatt exclusively revealed to Sirius XM's Page 6 radio on Thursday. I think at one point she did film it, but for whatever reason, it just didn't end up. I don't think her team allowed it to move forward. You heard it here first. Now, the girl group famously opened for Spears during her 2008 The Circus starring Britney Spears tour while they were promoting their second studio album, Doll Domination, in which When I Grow Up served as the lead single. The Pussycat Dolls officially disbanded in 2010. But earlier this month, Page 6 reported the news that some of its members would be reuniting. So, then they said on March 9th, Music Insiders told the Buttons hitmakers were prepping for a world tour after a 16-year hiatus, and that frontwoman Scherzinger is definitely back with the band. Days later, the ladies officially announced the North American tour. Now, here's what I heard. I mean, I don't necessarily know how true it is, but I remember I heard that she was on set. She was in the room in the back, like she was in she was in like the trailer, and somebody who worked on set actually went to the trailer to go retrieve Britney. Now the problem is that when they went to go retrieve Britney was not in the best mood. They said something or another that she was feeling down and depressed or whatever, because I think around that time, that was when she was dealing with Kevin Federline and the custody battle, got the kids taken away. I don't know if the umbrella situation happened around that time, but Britney was going through it at the time. And the person who was in the trailer at the time said that they noticed that Britney was, sad. And then they tried to cheer her up while they sat in her trailer depressed. And so while Kimberly's saying that I think that she shot her scenes, but it never aired, I don't think the shooting ever happened. I don't think she even came out of her trailer. And then they decided to go with a different scenario in that situation. So, because I'm feeling like if she wasn't in the best mood and she was feeling sad, it's going to show in the work on camera. So they probably opted not to go along with it. But in a way, it'd have been cool to see Britney make that cameo. But if it was going to be detrimental to her feeling and her depression and sadness and all other stuff, I'm glad it didn't happen. So I'll say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story regarding Nicole's brain malfunction? And while they were asked one of the first questions, I would have thought they would ask, why is only 3 of y'all instead of 6? And the whole thing about protecting our peace, I need you to elaborate, because Kimberly, you just opened up a bag of worms, making it seem like, yeah, there's still some unfinished, unsolved drama and beef between a lot of you ladies. And because you and Ashley are still in good standing with Nicole because y'all are not threatening to her, whereas the other girls probably would be, because maybe they're very strong-willed in their convictions and are willing to stand up to Nicole and the bullshit, that you're easier to deal with. So now I want to know more, because you out here spilling tea. Spill all of it. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.